Today I'm going to go over how to use one of these little star nut installation guides for your fork. This one's the Tooper. I'll put a link in the description below. I bought this one on Amazon. I think it was around $20, and it includes one star nut. It also includes an extra little driver that goes here at the end in case you bend or damage the one that comes with it. I was initially looking at the Park Tool one, which is a one-piece, kind of like one-piece big thing like this, and then you just hold it as you pound it in, and it relies on you basically keeping it nice and straight. It's large, it's big, so you can keep it straight as you pound it in. But this one has a guide. So the guide is aluminum, this is steel, and the guide goes in there. It has a rubber O-ring in there, so it's actually kind of snug in there, so it doesn't just slide through, so that it doesn't really have much play at all. You would put this over your steer tube and pound that star nut in. I finally gave in and bought one because after numerous star nut installations, which can be very frustrating, the last one I did, after all that many, actually I put it in so crooked that it was unusable. So I have to pound that one out, set this one in, and let's see if this actually works and it goes nice and straight in the first time. So first thing I have to do is remove that crooked star nut in there. RJ, the bike guy, has a pretty cool way of doing it where he drills it out and kind of plucks it out. All right, so I ended up doing a little different than what RJ, the bike guy, shows. I used a 3/8 bit to drill out the rivet. Once the top of the rivet separated the two halves, I pounded it with a screwdriver, and it just deformed and fell out the bottom very easily. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my star nut and thread it into the guide. Make sure you don't put the star nut in the wrong way. So it's going to go this way in there. We're going to take our guide, we're going to insert that into the guide out the top. The guide has a stop inside right about there, so it's going to fit right like that. Now I'm going to take a rubber mallet, pound that guy in, and see if it works. That was just my box of drill bits. don't worry, nothing broke. All right, we can take our guide in. You can see it's actually still not all the way in. All right, so this wimpy soft rubber mallet was not doing it. I'm going to switch to a bigger, firmer, little harder rubber mallet. So what's happening is I took the lockout on my shock off, so I can't lock it out. When I pound on it, the shock gives, so I'm going to set it, straddle it like this on the wood block. That way there's no give, there's no suspension give. So on the product page it tells you to use a rubber mallet, never use metal so you don't damage it. I ended up using a small sledgehammer with the fork straddled on this 2x4, and it finally went in very nicely, nice and straight. So now it's a matter of unscrewing this, and yeah, that is perfectly straight. I should have bought one of these long ago. Saved me a lot of grief. So now that I have the star nut in there nice and straight, I'll mount this on my bike, and I will hopefully be able to review this cheap air fork that I bought. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see the progress on some of these things or some of my other videos, and thanks for watching.